of The Great Unlock, where we're here with all of our hosts. We are still talking about the nature of the construct, getting ready for our event that will be on March 29th. And we're really excited to continue the conversation. Last week, we talked about, are we actually going to die? And we had a great conversation around that in terms of when this construct might end, what that looks like. This week, we want to transition a bit, and we are going to talk about if people are actually ready to let go of the programming that we've all been under, right, in this construct, in this experience of ours, and really dive into, can we actually go into this new experience with the same like thoughts, fears, reasoning, logic of our past experience, because that's all we have right now, and it seems like that is attached to the experience that we're at. So I'm going to open up the floor for anyone who wants to take it.
I guess I'll take it. Now, first of all, I want to say welcome everybody that's here on the live. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere else. You decided to spend some time with us. If there's nobody out there, I'm thankful for you guys for being here to have somebody I can chop it up with for this amount of time. So, this is something that I woke up with. Actually, I had a download in the middle of the night last night. It's crazy because all my stuff come in the middle of the night. Like I'm asleep and then I'll just wake up and then all these rememberings start coming into play, like understandings and stuff that I know from the other side come into play. And I really woke up and it was in my mindset of, are people really resonating with what is happening? Are people trying to use the reasoning that's kept us in slavery, the thought processes, the emotional frequencies that have kept us in slavery? Are they trying to use that to understand this new thing that's happening? And it's like in the Bible where it says you can't use old wineskins for new wine. That's why, man, listen, let me tell y'all something. As much as I shit on religion, I love the Bible even more now because there's so much good shit in there.
There is.
That ain't religious, that's not religious. It's so much good shit in there.
Practical.
Jesus was really a dope ass motherfucker. Like what he was talking, he was beyond the time he was in. And it probably because he had OBEs and he knew what it was. But anyway, like back to old, like, are we moving like old wineskins while this new era is and trying to understand this new era as old wineskins? Yep. And so, yeah, and I'm not.
Yes.
And so again, so this message may challenge some people, and it may make you feel uncomfortable. If y'all know me, y'all know I don't give a fuck about that. Because some people need to be brutally shaken to wake up. Some people it's easy, hey, here's what it is, and they understand that, they ready. Some people need their foundation shaken.
I feel like that's where we're at too. To your point, right. Like we're past the point where you get the gentle wake up. It's like, all right,
that's what.
Off the mattress.
Darius was the gentle wake up. Like real talk, Darius was the gentle wake up. He's the, hey, if you want to do. And now it's a new range of people that say, hey, y'all keeping this shit, y'all keeping us in this space, and y'all need to wake the fuck up because now it's your doubts, your fears are now fucking with the collective consciousness. And so I feel like people are still trying to use their old logic for something that's new. So this is why they can't understand why things are happening the way they're happening, why people who people don't like are the people who are in charge of new things coming. Prime example, everybody hates Donald Trump. Like, we get it. Everybody hates him. I don't hate him or love him. I'm neutral to him. He's literally, to me, just a soul that came here to play a part in the experience. Literally, that's it. He's no more important than the presidents before him, president after, or the bum on the street. He's literally no different. It's no different. He's literally a soul that was put here to have the experience he's having, the same as the homeless person on the street and everything in between. But people hate him for whatever reason you do, or people love him, give him an adoration that they do. When I look at him as just a instrument for the experience, right?
Yeah.
And so what I'm learning to do is not lean on hatred, but more so unconditional love. And this is the part that people are finding it difficult, is unconditionally, there you go, unconditionally loving people that everybody say you're supposed to hate and you're supposed to doubt or be in fear of, or and I'm just using him as an example. There's plenty of hymns as her and hers as examples all across the world. But how do we operate in unconditional love and still be judgmental? Because Darius has told us clearly, and I know this to be true from my experiences, there cannot be unconditional love where there's judgment. It don't exist in the same space. It just don't. It don't exist in the same space.
It feels different, right? The moment that you catch yourself judging, it's like, oh man, where'd that feeling go? All right, I'm not in that anymore, right? Yeah.
I'm not into that. Like, the minute I say, oh, this person is lying, I'm like, okay. And again, not judging people doesn't mean you can't call people out on their bullshit.
Right.
It just means that you don't commit yourself to who that person is without knowing them. Like, I feel like we're doing that a lot with a lot of what's going on. We're assuming this is bad, assuming this is good, and we're only assuming it based off the current programming that we have received. We don't know what's good and what's bad.
And where did that programming come from?
Exactly. So I think that's just a topic worth exploring, and I think it maybe will help people start to be less judgmental, more operational in unconditional love, and start. I'm gonna say this: the future that is truly coming, when we all are free, I think people are imagining it differently than it's actually happening. They have a way, and most of what people imagine the future of this freedom is supposed to look like comes from religion. Like, all of one day, we're going to all be walking around in robes in some magical kingdom and we all free. But I see it as simply what's happening right now is just a process to getting to that freedom. Like, people fear technology. People fear technology. Somebody was, and it wasn't even anybody in my groups, it was just somebody I was talking to randomly, was like, oh, we're going to have digital IDs and this and that. And I was like, so?
Yeah.
We already do.
We already do. Like, I don't have a credit.
There's nothing new here.
I don't have a credit card, Shem. All my cards on my phone. I literally go to the store and I say, bloop. And I don't think nothing of that. So I had posted something in our group talking about, it was Elon Musk has said that robotics and AI are going to basically make it so work is optional. And that shit blew me because, one, they always got to tell you a little bit of the truth subtly. They got to tell you, like, kind of what's coming. That's how they do it. They suddenly throw shit out there that they know nobody's going to believe. And then it's that little hidden truth. So everybody walking around scared of AI, scared of robot. Oh, it's going to take our jobs. Of course, yes, it is. And I'm ready for that to happen. Technology was such a big part of the old world, but we don't understand that because we were taught that the old world is a bunch of sharecroppers and fucking hunter-gatherers and all this caveman foolishness. But but under the pyramids, it's a huge structure. What did you think that? What, like, come on, like, y'all thought this was just like, what do y'all think we doing here? Technology has always been a
we
part
used shovels,
of our
obviously.
Right? Yeah, clearly we lifted 5,000
for 2,000 years. We just
bricks.
doing this
5,000 pound bricks to make the bricks bigger than a bus. We moving up. We just gathered all these people and they moved all the shit. I mean, it's insane to think that the old world was built by the hands of men solely, no technology. That's crazy, especially when the technology is written in all the all in the hieroglyphics. You can see it all in the imagery. Like you can see the technology. So I'm wondering where this fear of technology has come from and why they are trying to push this so heavily. Why are they trying to make us scared of realm 2 beings coming here? Why? I just watched a movie, and then I'm gonna hand it over to you guys. But I just watched a movie called War Machine on Netflix, and it's actually a pretty whack movie, but it's got a lot of action in it, so it's kind of cool. But it's like, the premise of the movie is aliens sent some war machines to come down here and fight us. And I know that's predictive program. I know that's propaganda. I know that to be true. I know they're doing that so that they can use Project Bluebeam and show us craft coming and then hide the fact that the real realm 2 beings are literally just like us. They just in a higher dimension. They're the same as us.
Well, and where did that fear even come from?
Right. Exactly.
Like, why are you even afraid of that? Well, number one, because of the movies, as Corey's pointing out. But number two, because it behooves them to keep you afraid of these things that are perfectly normal and natural, and you know, because it's a limiter. Fear's a limiter, so they keep you in fear. They keep the experience going as long as they possibly can that way. So benefiting them and pushing you down.
I agree.
Yeah.
I know I said a lot there, but y'all pick apart.
No, it was good.
Pick apart
what you want.
Yeah, I wanted to let you go.
It was good stuff. Firstly, I won't be watching the movie. I did save it. I'm unsaved right now because you said it was whack. I believe you.
Okay, so listen, it's whack to me because I'm a real movie head. It used to be a time
I had enough.
I had 100 DVDs in a box. I watched the same movies over and over again. I'm a stickler for writing. If it's not a very well written movie as far as the script, it turns me off. But if you like just shit blowing up and people dying and getting shot at and machines, if you like that kind of stuff, then you will love the movie. A lot of people giving it high ratings. I just think it was a terrible plot. Like the storyline underneath is bad, but the action is fire. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay, so as I
Fair
said,
enough.
I will be taking it off my watch list. I've heard enough.
Sorry, Netflix. I didn't mean to shit on your movie.
On my watch it.
Just
for the action.
I think
lies he tells, he's gonna get off of it and he's gonna be like, "That was shit."
You gonna say that? That's for sure. You're gonna say that.
But yeah. Do you want to go? I'll go.
With the old paradigms and the new things, like, listen, it's like trying to call somebody on a 1920s telephone, but on their mobile. Like, it's not gonna happen. I don't know what to say to people anymore. Like, move on. Everything has to move on, but the bits you like. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
Like, what are we saying here? What are we really saying? So you want to stay stuck? What? Here, where there's perpetual war after war after war, where you're stressed, where you're burnt out.
Yeah.
You said you didn't like your job on a collective level. There's been a collectively an answer to that. Instead of saying it or letting them frame what it is, we have been really complaining about our jobs for the past, 40 years, 50 years now. We've seen our parents follow the so-called rules and either fail terribly or impoverish us through it because of the whole system that was built. We've all collectively said we want something new. Something new has manifested through our collective thoughts. Now it's been presented to us. We're scared. We're shook.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because we expected it to look a certain way. Yeah.
We didn't want to work that way. Another way's been offered. If you want something else, then start creating something else. Don't complain about what collectively has been done.
Well, and most jobs are just
making something new happen, which is now this new fear that you're deciding to pick up.
Yeah,
it's creating a new consciousness. And if it's going to be a consciousness of fear about the very thing that you complained about for the past 30 years, why were you complaining?
Right.
And why complain now?
And odds are whatever job you're doing right now could very easily just already be done through other means. It's just there to keep you busy, to keep you out of here and stuck up here. Like, that's all it's there for. So
to what end? To what end, I ask? To what end?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'm waking up beats right now. If you're listening to this right now, I'm waking up people. I'm waking up my panel to start.
Because right now it's just,
Bro, either
if
you
you're not
believe it or
ready
you
for like
don't.
something simple, I'm trying to find a way to say it without.
Without what? We talked about this.
Okay, fine. All right. If you're not ready to really have a look at this and say, number one, okay, how are you reacting to something as simple as Jim Carrey's not Jim Carrey anymore? Boop. Okay.
Yep.
Versus, do you really think that you're asking for disclosure on one hand, but you can't take a simple thing like this person who we've been seeing for the past 40 years is not the person who we've seen right now?
Correct.
You don't have to name it. Just be like, oh, that's not him, and move the fuck on. And then that's it.
Yeah, don't get
you
caught
don't
up
have
in it.
to even
Just
get
acknowledge
scared
it.
about it.
Mhm.
But just be like, oh, that's not him. And then move on.
Right.
Because there's so much more to be revealed here. You can't stay stuck on one thing. So simple. Like, is that who we said it is? No. And if it is, he's messed up his face. Done. Like, leave it at that. Move on. And just because you simultaneously want to know were they giants, were they dragons, do they still live? You can't take the information in about someone's face changing, but you want to know about dragons.
You want to know
How
about
is that
ET?
going to roll out for you?
Yeah.
I was going to say something actually about what Corey said. First of all, it was really honest what you said. I think now we come to a point where I realize that we clearly have to be the example. So for me, I don't give a shit if you believe me or not. I don't care. I really don't. However, I don't despise of anybody. I love you anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, the idea even of collective consciousness, because you brought it up, Corey, for me at this point, you can't do nothing that's going to hurt me. If you decide to remain dormant, be it. Doesn't matter. Like, even there's enough of us, and that's also, I think, the narrative that they're trying to keep putting out there. The idea that if we all don't wake up, is we're never going to get what we're going to get. We are anyways. It's all been decided. I could say the only things that people are having issue with is to align with their soul. And what I mean by that is that there's fuck all someone can do to you if your day is not today. So I can go in the street, be reckless, I'll still come back safe in my yard, but I'm not ready to live by that. And I think that's what's happening to people. It's like, when it comes down to it, can I leave my job? Am I going to be fine? Do you know what? If you were going to be fine, you were going to be fine anyways. And if you were not going to be, you were not going to be anyways. Now,
it's like the guy in Saving Private Ryan.
Exactly.
Yes.
Remember there was that one guy in Saving Private Ryan, like he would not duck. He wouldn't. He just walked through the wall like, if it's my day, it's my day. And until then, I'm aiming, I'm shooting, I'll duck once or twice, but I'm going to walk where I have to walk. Like, are you willing to commit? It's that free fall. It's that trust. Like, you say you want it.
Yeah, that's a great example.
Trust the path.
Yeah.
But you're not doing the thing.
Exactly. So that's where the resistance is. And it's and I get what you said about them not helping the collective consciousness. But the truth is, doesn't matter what you do, the collective consciousness not going to be endangered because you want to remain dormant. Guess what? It's clearly something you sort of decided, you know what, this time around is what we're doing. Truth is, we here trying to put our energy, because we know some people will be activated by this conversation. And we've got this event coming up, but it's for that purpose. Because there's certain things anywhere in this life you're going to hear and you just can't like unhear it. That's it. It's in. And I think that it is challenging, and I think we're all faced with the same challenge. Is trying to practice a little bit more of unconditional love, regardless how dumb some people seems to be, but trying to be like, okay, let me remain centered. And I think that's really what we feel today. Like, it's like, okay, how can we keep giving this information often for free? Let's be real. We're still in that paradigm where you still have to pay your bills and do all this time. So there's a part of us that is like, if I'm going to spend my time sitting here and talk to these people, I want them to at least take it in. But I come to realize it don't even fucking matter.
No.
Truth is, if you don't take it in, it is what it is. I've spoken, you spoken, Corey, Shem, you spoken, and you too blessed. So,
but it's crazy. And again, we just talking around what it is. And it's not so much. I don't personally care to change, and I'm with you 100%. The conscious, it don't take everybody to wake up. Some people have agreed never to wake up. Like, they're going to experience this whole thing from start to finish and be knee deep in the programming. I'm going to experience the whole program. I was the same way before I woke up. I wasn't thinking about none of. Had you had me been talking to me 15 years ago, the old me would be calling the new me a devil worshiper or some crazy shit like that.
Right.
Like, straight up. Because that's how much in the programming I was. What I'm challenging people to do is decide if, just what you said, Almighty, am I going to totally live this thing out, this new experience out, or am I going to live the old experience and hope I get some type of event or something in the new experience that can pull me out of the old experience?
Right.
Which that's not what's going to happen. I just, like, if you're waiting on the end of the construct or some major event, you're no different than the Christians who are waiting on the rapture, or no different from the Muslims waiting on that holy day, or whatever the fuck these people be on. You're no different from them. You are the event.
Yeah.
Your awakening is the event. And from that point, everything about your reality starts to change. Even if other people living around you, their reality ain't changing.
Yeah.
So that's literally the nature of the construct. That is the nature of it. It is manifestation at its core.
The game of perceptions, isn't it?
And it. I don't even want to call it perception, because perception means it could not be real. It's actually reality. For everybody's reality is different. Everybody, because your reality is literally a manifestation of yourself.
But think about it for a minute. Yeah, we can't help to perceive.
I get that. Yeah.
So in actual fact, because you can't help it, the same way you can't help to create or manifest, whatever you create, you do have to be aware that's what you're going to perceive. Now, you can be upset about it or no, but even I've got a theory, and the theory is very simple. It's you every moment, every now, you're creating a reality. And that reality, even though like me and Shem are here, it's a separate reality that's created. I'm creating mine, she's creating us. And then
there's
an overlapping that's taking place. And it changes constantly at every moment, every decision you make. Although you knew already you were going to make this decision. But the fact is, even the one who think that somewhat, that person's gonna, affect them, or they've got to affect somebody else, there's fuck all you can do, because they've got the last word.
Yeah, correct.
Everybody has.
Yeah, I keep on saying it.
Even
you are
these,
your soul's highest authority.
Exactly. Yeah. And even these so-called elite authority, you spend so much time watching them and, kind of giving you what you say, Shem, a version of the truth, which is the problem in the first place. The fact that you hoping they're giving you that so-called truth.
You're hoping somebody else give you the version of the truth.
And you're asking the very people who upset you,
right?
Who you despise.
Upset you, tax you, everything.
And so let me add an interesting caveat to that. You're relying on these people, but you're not leaving room for them to change.
Yeah.
Remember, anyone can reverse and come back into unconditional love. The worst person on the planet, the person you perceive to be the worst person on the planet, can return back to love if they choose to. This is why
that's a piece that they're not ready to relinquish.
This is what
Sorry,
sparked the whole. This is what
married
sparked
to that
my whole
Yeah.
thinking when I woke up early in the morning. People are assuming that there are this elite group of people here destroying everything. That in itself is judgment, A. B, you're assuming that this elite group of people that have destroyed everything can't be moved to turn around and fix everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Most people are waiting for some supernatural event to happen. The supernatural event is the change of the heart.
Yeah.
The very people you hate may be the very people that bring us into the new freedom that we're going to experience.
And that's the unthinkable for a lot of people.
And that's
they're married to the idea of I am good and you are
and
bad.
You are bad.
And you still need and this is the thing. Seeing something from somebody else's perspective, people don't want to do that, because then that means you're going to have to look back at yourself through their eyes.
Correct.
And you don't want to do that, which is take a really good look at yourself.
Right.
Because
that frees you, right? That frees you from everything. When you're able to do that, the everything that we just discussed, you can let go of when you finally do that. And you're like, wow, I can see that divine spark in you that I have in me, and I can see what you're going through. And you've obviously decided to change your tune or what have you. If just as one example, the moment that you start doing that, you can let go of so much stuff, guys. It doesn't matter. Good, bad are parts of the game here. Let it go. Let it go. Are you ready for the new? Then let's try something new.
100%.
Yeah, it sounds like though someone else who's bad is going to get away with things, and I think that's that part that people can't relinquish.
Well, and what have we been talking about for so long? When you're done here, you review your whole life, regardless, right? So no one gets away with anything here, and if it seems like they are, it's part of the act, the play.
But in truth, everybody gets away, because there is no eternal judgment.
Oh yeah, as far as physical,
there are consequences. There are no eternal judgment. So yes, will some people reap the consequences of their actions? Sure. Some people never will. Some of you will never reap consequences of actions that you did that you thought weren't that bad, but you still did it anyway, and you have never reaped the consequences for that. You gonna feel it at your life review or whatever that.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
And then after that, you're gonna move on. If you forgive yourself, which if you listen to any of us, you understand you're an eternal soul. So when you leave here, you're going to forgive yourself, because you was meant to come here and do the shit you did. That's the purpose.
Well, I was going to say about blessed, 100% about what you're saying. People having a hard time to do. I mean, you say they're having a hard time, Shem, but bless, you mentioned the fact that basically it's so much better when you let go of that. And I guess you mentioned it because that's the challenge, is people find it so hard to let go of that idea.
Well, they're married.
There's so much in duality. Right? They're married to that idea. But to your point as well, Corey, I was going to say, the thing is, the reason why you have to not care about this thing, and a simple reason, you just have to think about the life review. And some of these motherfuckers, the one you think they are motherfuckers, they will just assist to the life review, and they'll be fine.
And that's gonna be
They probably they'll whistle on their way out.
If they do one, if they agree to do one.
And that's providing exactly which
if you agree to even do a life review.
Well, on our Discord, we actually did a post about this, which challenging the idea of the life review, which was really interesting to see people's perspective. And also the whole idea of life review could also be embedded in duality. The mere fact that you're having one who think you need one, it is because you kind of see yourself as lesser than the soul you already are. So you're thinking, okay, because if you're knowing, by definition, you will know what pain you inflicted or not,
right,
joy, etc. And not everything has to be bad. It's an assumption that life review is going to be bad, but
in the framing, right?
Basically, a lot of people, honestly, if they've got to understand, if you're not willing to see, like I said, these motherfuckers be totally fine whistling on their way out and be joyful because they've forgiven themselves, or maybe not even assist to one, like you said, Shem, then you got no business to even giving a shit about what they're doing.
Right.
You're hurting yourself. This means you're not ready to apply unconditional love.
Correct. Now listen, do I have compassion for the people that are victims of certain people and things that are going on? Absolutely. Like, I'm not a fucking robot. But at the same time, do I dwell emotionally in that compassion? No. I can see something happening. Now, am I going to let shit happen around me?
No.
That I can stop?
No.
Of course not. If I see a man in the street smack a lady, I'm going to run up and break that up or do what I can to stop that from happening. Some crimes I ain't going to stop from happening, because if it puts my life in danger, I ain't doing that, because I want to get back on my kids. I don't give a shit about that. I'm going to my kids. But in all of it, this is the understanding that people just find so much trouble with. And people are finding trouble with this understanding since I even got into this space.
Yes.
Is that everybody came here and agreed to experience what they experiencing. I don't give a fuck who it is. The 5-year-old that you so compassionate for is not a 5-year-old. It's a soul having a 5-year-old's experience. And they came, before they came here, they said, this, I'm going to experience Epstein Island.
Right.
And what that is like, why would they do that? That ain't your fucking business.
Well, it's like getting too absorbed in the game, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you're playing basketball, if you're playing a video game, or whatever it is, chess. If you are so absorbed in that the moment that you screw up or lose or something, you're like freaking out and you're getting mad and all that. Like, that's what is the equivalent of what's going on here, except dialed up to 11. Like, you're so engrossed in it. Like,
correct.
Yeah.
And they do this because when you can make somebody else a monster, you can look at yourself and call yourself a saint.
Right. It's self-aggrandizement underneath it all.
That's absolutely what it is. And I know that to be true because I was there myself. Like, again, I ain't
I've done it before.
I ain't chastising people.
How do you think I know this stuff?
I know it's true. Exactly. I'm telling you, I know it's true because I've been there. I felt how people feel, like how this person could do this. But in my awakening, I now understand the grand scheme of it. And Almighty, to talk about the life review thing, I started thinking of it like, you may not, if you don't believe you have to do one, then you don't have to do one.
No.
The reason you even do one is because when you first come out of your body, you kind of don't know what's going on. You're not in the fullness of your soul, and you kind of like ushered into this thing that you believe to be true. You already believe that to be true. So now I personally feel like the life review is there so that source can collect data for itself.
Right. Well, yeah.
The source is omniscient, so like
exactly.
They already watched that play out through you when you were doing it in real time.
Correct.
The collective of what the consciousness is. So why you need to run that back?
Source all the bullshit you did.
And so that's what I'm saying. This is why I'm on the fence with the life review. Too many people have said that they've experienced it for it not to be a thing. That's for sure. But my question is, do I have to do it? And so that's what you guys are ultimately approaching. Like, some people just don't say, I ain't doing that.
But then I want to talk about two different things when it comes to the life review real quick.
Yeah.
One, the life review that I've experienced, which I have experienced many, but most of it has been through other people's life review. So I experienced my friend's life review because I had an issue about the way that he passed over. So he showed me part of his life review. And then I stopped having an issue with it, how he passed over. And the second time was actually last night during an OBE. And I was talking to a couple, this African couple who'd lost their son, and he was 8 years old. And I asked them, like, that was your only son, and you already knew, because they came over and they saw him, and me, him, and the two parents were there, and we were huddled together and we were having this conversation. I said, please let me understand this. And they were like, we agreed, we all knew he was going to come and he was only going to get 8 years. And even though it's been the hardest for us to experience, those 8 years, though, he wanted that. And we wanted to be the people to give it to him.
Correct.
And we know he's okay.
Yep.
And I was like, you guys, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah.
And then we all went into a marketplace together yesterday, and I got it, because there was some stuff in my own life that I was like, but why? And we ask why all the time, right? And when we get these answers, how willing are we to accept them?
Yeah.
Right.
But I got it last night. I said, you guys y'all are big.
Yeah.
Y'all are big right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, and I'm telling you, he and her grieved their son. They still do. But they do it in a knowing, on a soul level, why they even entered into that agreement. And once I saw that, I understood on another level. So life review wise, because I saw why he died, I saw when he died, I saw how their life was. It's to still give us chances to integrate that which we do not want to accept.
All right. Okay. I hate to do this, but we're running out of time right now. So.
Well, I was going to explain more about life review, but that's all right. It's okay. Come to the event and I'll explain you more.
You don't want to know about it.
Right. We got the event, the Great Unlock. We're talking about the nature of the construct on March 29th. We would love to see y'all there. We'll be here again next Wednesday, probably closer to 1:30 Eastern time. I'll adjust that on the posts so y'all can better track our time here. But thank you for showing up. I think this was a great conversation and probably one we're going to continue. So
I feel like this is going to keep going.
I think so.
This is immensely part of the nature of the construct. Like when we start talking about the nature of the construct, it isn't just the physical nature of it. It's all the things that are within it too. So I thank you for allowing us to have this part of the conversation, because if you come to this event thinking, oh, you're going to talk about the 12 realms and I mean, it's already places you can go for that. I want you guys, and I think we all want you guys to get an understanding of how you should move within the construct, how you should live and move and have your being within.
You're here right now. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you all.
Until next time.
Thank you guys. Ciao.
See ya.